What up, dude bros? I'm Frank. This is a video review of the D-Dart Tempest, a wrist blaster, fully automatic, bizarre product. Never seen anything like it. Let's get into the review. Included is the blaster darts that come preloaded in the instructions. This blaster requires 4 AAA style batteries and are installed as shown. I'd like to take a moment to thank this video's sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends. Raid Shadow Legends is a turn-based RPG where you collect champions, assemble teams, and battle other players, bosses, or challenges. Raid Shadow Legends is available on mobile and PC. You can play alone or together. There's a lot to do, bros. Raid Shadow Legends has over 25 million downloads and over 1 million players play every single day. And there's over 200,000 clans already created. And outside the game itself, there are active communities out on the interwebs. The Discord community has over 87,000 players. The Reddit community has over 35,000 fans. And the Twitch community has over 56,000 streamers. So if you need tips or tricks or you want to share your best strategy, these active communities certainly help. And if that's not enough, they just added a tag team arena feature. The tag team arena is a 4v4 battle, but it's best 2 out of 3. So if you want to play Raid Shadow Legends, check out the link in the description box below. If you download using that link, you will get a free 200,000 silver and 1 free champion, the Tree Feller. And you will find extra rewards in your inbox for the next 30 days only. So again, bros, that download link is in the description box below. Thanks again to our sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends. So this product kind of breaks my review template. I can't really start from the front because I don't know where the front is. But a general overview of the product. If you can see the handle here, you put your wrist through the ammo belt and then hold on to the handle. The grip is surprisingly large and very comfortable. Even if you have a gigantic wrist, I still think it would fit in there. And a kid's hand could handle this just fine. So it's a pretty good shape. Up front, we have a red colored trigger right here, which is the firing trigger. And above that is an on-off switch. The on-off switch acts as the rev switch, so when you hit it on, it turns on. And below the trigger is the battery door, and I already showed you how to install the 4 AAA style batteries, not AA batteries. This is kind of weird. And up at the top of the blaster, we have the flywheel unit. This is obviously a flywheel powered blaster. You can actually see the flywheels, and there's nothing to prevent you from touching this as it's spinning. Hasbro's never done this because that's a lawsuit waiting to happen, so just use common sense, don't put things in there, because when it's on, that could get uncomfortable. So it's a very simple unit. It's a handle, flywheels, on-off switch, and firing trigger. Now back here is the loading mechanism, which I think is really cool. I haven't seen anything quite like this before. So this is a rotating cylinder that you can front load with the included darts, and to load it up, you can just do that. You just front load. It's very simple. The included darts are kind of like 1990s style suction cup darts. They fly pretty consistently, but they don't shoot hard at all. And the deal breaker for 99% of you, it is not compatible with Nerf Elite darts. The included darts are too short. It'll technically fire a Nerf Elite dart, but when you fully load it with Nerf Elite darts, the heads rub on this plastic bit and the whole thing seizes up. It won't fire. You could technically clip down all of your Nerf Elite darts, but then they would no longer work in your Nerf gun, so that kind of stinks. More on that in my opinion. So this feed mechanism is very cool. The on-off switch just activates the flywheels. When you pull the trigger though, you're activating it to spin this thing. And the firing mechanism is this plastic spring tension automatic mechanism. I've never seen this trigger mechanism like this. It's wild. So when you pull the firing trigger, a motor spins the red cylinder around this little mechanism. And as it spins, it flicks back on this gray piece. You can see the notches. It angles back, and then when it hits the end of this little ledge, it snaps forward. So it snaps forward, pushes the dart into the flywheels, and then continues on. So it relies on plastic tension, not a spring tension, not a metal spring. It's interesting. I've never seen a mechanism like that. I think it's pretty cool, and it works pretty well. And it's pretty easy to snap off just one shot if you want to shoot essentially semi. There's no selector switch, so it is manual trigger control, but it's very simple to just fire one at a time or hold it down and burst fire. But to restate, it's a fully automatic only blaster that you're able to just flick the trigger on to activate just 1 or 2 shots at a time. And the last thing in the overview is this little unjamming thing. I have not had to use this, but when you spin it, you're removing tension off of your feeding mechanism and you're able to kind of unjam it apparently. I haven't had any jams like that, but that's what the instruction manual says, and mechanically it makes sense. That is an external overview of the D-Dart Tempest. Hopefully you understand what's going on here. This is not a normal overview for me. So here's the firing demo. First, full auto, I'm just gonna hold the trigger down. Now burst firing, this is all trigger control, there's no selector switch. Operating the D-Dart Tempest is interesting. It's not like any other product I've ever used. To have a 28 dart capacity cylinder on fully automatic on this profile, it's so small, that's very cool. So it feels cool. It feels a little weird, but it's easy enough to shoot off single fire and then you hold it down and you're able to fire full auto no problems. And I did not experience any jams and malfunctions with this product while using the included darts. However, it is not compatible with Nerf Elite darts. And to compare this blaster to others, I put it up on my chronograph and I achieved an average velocity of 50 feet per second with the included darts, which is considerably under that 70 FPS Nerf Elite par. This is shooting like an old in-strike blaster. So that's the objective information I can provide on the D-Dart Tempest. Now to my personal opinion. Overall, I didn't experience jams and malfunctions, and it's a super cool design, so I have to say hats off to the design, hats off to this cool trigger mechanism. It's overall a very interesting proof of concept. But in my opinion, that's all it is, a proof of concept. It's not really usable if it's not compatible with Nerf Elite darts. These darts are okay, but it only comes with 28 of them. You will inevitably break and destroy these darts, and you might be able to buy more, but nobody wants to. You want to use Nerf Elite darts. You want to use Nerf Elite dart compatible blasters. Every other dart brand out there is now cross-compatible, and they're like, hey guys, use our proprietary gear. No, I don't want to. And that, to me, is a total deal breaker. I don't want to buy proprietary darts that are so close to Nerf Elite darts. You could trim these down, but then they can't go back into your stripe. They can't go into your normal Nerf blasters. If it were like a Mega Blaster or it shot like balls or discs or something totally different, that's a different argument, but it's so close and they messed it up. So it's not compatible with Nerf Elite darts. Because of that, I cannot recommend my normal viewers purchase this product. However, if you're a modder, there's quite a bit of potential here for a powerhouse platform. Out of Darts and others have already modified them with lipos so they shoot fast rate of fire, fast velocity. You can actually remove this rail to shoot Nerf Elite darts from this product because it does feed Nerf Elite darts. This little rail right here just causes too much friction on the dart head and it seizes up. But if you get your Dremel and you cut that off, you can shoot Nerf Elite darts. However, if you get rid of that rail, if you tilt the blaster down and shake it, there would be nothing to stop the dart from falling out. So heads up before you just start bringing a Dremel to it. I've already seen these modified really well. I'm not sure I'll get around to modifying mine, but if you're a modder, maybe consider checking it out if it'll fit your playstyle in your games. So this is definitely a mixed opinion. If you're a normal nerfer and you don't want to mod, I can't really recommend this one. But if you're a modder and you know what you want to build from this and you're getting excited for it, yeah, check it out. There's definitely potential here. But hopefully I laid out all of the objective information for you to make an educated purchase decision on your own. If you'd like to buy a Tempest, I'll put a purchase link in the description box below. That concludes this video review. Thanks so much for watching, bros, and as always, stay tactical.